After 4.5 years of faithful service, the Prado is not going anywhere. Don't worry, I'm not getting rid of the 10-year tourer. I'm still going to do a 10-year tourer. The 300 series is a second car. A man can own 2 cars. Anyway, long story short, the Prado is now retired as the tow vehicle in my setup. Not saying it won't tow anything, I'm saying it doesn't tow the caravan all the time. What does that mean? I get to make myself a really cool 1 to 2 person tourer. Mainly just me, always the dog, Fred. So let's have a look at what we're doing. First, most obvious thing from the back is this. Doesn't really tell you much, does it? Well, this is no longer bolted to this directly. I've got a Cruiser Company rear bar. Awesome rear bar. It's got your quarter protection, Australian made, 6mm, 8mm, 10mm steel. Super strong. You can lift these bloody things up by the corners. Really, really cool bar. I think it looks great, and very importantly to me, it retains the factory tow bar, which means I can still run my K-On water tank. That is super important to me. Now, why have I done that? Because my rear door was sagging. My rear door was so hard to open that several people in my family actually couldn't open it. So now I can load this thing the hell up with whatever I want, because it is no longer putting weight on the rear door. But I hate latches. So I went to On Track Fabrication, local Perth company, and they have made me this. That just opened without a latch. But there's no weight on the rear door. All the weight is on the wheel carrier, which is bolted to the rear bar. So this is a really, really cool solution for me. It's in the stock spot. It sits a little bit further out, but now I can add whatever I want to it without endangering my rear door. The rear door is now so easy to open. If I want super bad corrugations, what I don't want is feeding that vibration back into the door, so I can latch it if I want to. Little gate latch down here, easy. Takes 2 seconds to latch it, and that takes all the vibration out. Or not all the vibration, it takes a lot of the vibration out, and it removes the risk of this thing flying open. Not that it's really a risk. Now, how's the rear door going to go with this pressure in and out? I think exactly the same as it was before. It's always had pressure in and out. Yes, there is more weight on it, but we're going to do the gib, we're going to do all kinds of things. We're going to keep testing it. I'm going to test it for 12 months, and then the product will be available to buy. So you can buy a Cruiser Company rear bar, and you can order that arm from On Track Fab, and they will send it to you. Doesn't take long to bolt up, or if you're in Perth, they can bolt it up for you. Now, why are these here? That's because they're not on there anymore, because on there is a rooftop tent. We have now removed the roof rack completely, and I've put on an LX27 Bush Company rooftop tent. So it's sitting on the front runner rails. We've removed the front runner roof rack. There's nothing wrong with the rack, but there's not much point having a rack with a rooftop tent on it. You know, why not reduce the weight, reduce the height, reduce the complication, remove all that stuff, and it can sit on these rails. So the guys at M4C, previously known as Midland Four Drive Centre, who are the Bush Company dealer. Now, these guys worked bloody hard on this, getting it all fitted up. We think we got the car back at 10 to 8, and it had been there since 8 that morning. They smashed it. They did a really good job. They rewired all my camp lights, everything. The whole thing's been beautifully, neatly rewired, and it looks really, really good. But more importantly, they've saved me about 40 kilos by removing the rack, the old solar panel, all the mounts for the awning, the table, all that kind of stuff. The front runner table is good, but I have been just using the Stratus one because it's higher and I don't get a sore back. So I found myself, why have I got an extra 12 kilos up there? It doesn't make any sense. The old solar panel weighed 12 kilos. There you go, bang, that's 24 kilos, plus the whole roof rack, plus all those mounts for the awning. It makes so much sense to remove it. And honestly, I can't feel the weight difference at all. It's made no difference to my fuel economy. It still does 11 litres per 100 at 110 k's an hour. It's been perfect. But why the Bush Company tent specifically over a Motop for a lot less money? The fact that I don't have to have a rack, the fact that I don't have to have awning mounts, those original L-bracket awning mounts, the fact that this all mates up perfectly because I already had the Bush Company awning, makes the Bush Company rooftop tent such an appealing prospect. I can have solar, this mates up perfectly. Whereas the other ones, it's all kind of a bit dodgy. Also, why not go for something like a James Baru? Again, I need a roof, then I still need a roof rack. I need the L brackets for the awning. I need all this extra stuff that adds weight and complication. This, being an aluminium tent, has good structure to it. So I don't need any of that stuff. It's amazing, people just look at the weight of the tent and they don't consider the weight of the entire system. The fact that this is like a monocoque chassis up there to hold everything onto it is what makes all the difference. That and the fact that it only weighs 73 kilos, which is pretty bloody incredible for a, big, proper aluminium rooftop tent. Now, why didn't I go for the AX27 as I went for the lightweight LX27? Weight. Yes, you can fit a heaps more in the AX, and I do like the AX more to sleep in because you can fit more stuff in it. This I can get sheets, electric blanket. Yes, I've got a 12-volt electric blanket in there, pillows, and a sleeping bag, and that's it. And I still, with all that in it, to do the latch up, it's not hard. But you do have to do this. So when I put it away, I just sit on it. Easy. The ladder, I'm going to come up with a better solution for where I put this ladder. I've got an idea, and I think I need to chat to Nathan and Kel from PM Canvas, because I think there's a good little spot back here that we can work something out for. Anyway, that has been perfect. I also load my chainsaw on here now. On this rear wheel, because again, I'm not worried about weight. That's super convenient. It's kind of like a little ute back, if you like. And it means that the inside of the car stays really, really quite empty. I'm not carrying a swag. I don't have to carry my bedding anywhere. It's literally just a food bag, camera bags, and clothes bag, which fit, on the back seat or wherever. Don't have kid seats in there at the moment because they're all in the 300. That's the family wagon. So it's Fred and a food bag and a clothes bag. It's really, really nice. Oh, I also have put a 25mm pillow topper in there because no rooftop tent or swag mattress I have ever come across is perfect for me. So out of the box, I always put a pillow topper on all my mattresses. So that's what I've got, a Clark rubber 25mm. So it's a double size. It's 188 centimeters long. It's 145 wide. That's 138. So I just cut 7 centimeters off the side of it with some scissors. Took 10 minutes. And it's super comfortable now. I sleep so well in that. Now, I've done some options on this as well. This has a Sirocco fan inside it, which is an option. It has, as standard, it's got 4 USB outlets and 2 cigarette lighter plugs. Cigarette lighter plugs I can use for the fan, obviously, and for the electric blanket if I want to, or just to charge whatever. It comes with a rechargeable light that just magnets to the top. And then I have opted for 400 watts of solar. I've only got 200 watts on there now, purely because they didn't have any in stock when the tent rocked up. I've got literally messaged the Bush company 5 minutes ago, and he said, all right, cool, there's more in stock now, we'll send you the second one. So 400 watts of solar up there. I should be pushing 30 amps, but like minimum 20 amps of charge on a normal day. That's brilliant, because I have to say 150 amps of lithium with the amount of camera gear and lights and stuff that I use is not quite enough. I'm definitely feeling it with a big 82 litre fridge and freezer. Yeah, it's not so much that it doesn't last me the day, it's that it's getting it back into it fast enough is my biggest concern. So I often carry a solar blanket, but this will mean, once again, you turn up, you pop your tent, you're done. No setting up solar blankets, no packing solar blankets away. It's all about streamlining that process. For getting into it with the awning out, the 270 Max awning comes around the back. You just get in on the side. It's a proper angled ladder that doesn't hurt your feet when you're getting in and out. So it's designed to be on an angle. If you have a motop or something, you'll know the pain of those crappy ladders. This has a good one, don't worry. The paint, it was pretty tired. It really was pretty tired. Not the paint itself, but the wrap was pretty tired. So I had the Bush Wraps cape on here, which is the cheapest Bush Wraps you can buy. I had it on there for 4 years. You really shouldn't do that. It's got a 1-year guarantee, and after that, they don't guarantee a bloody thing. But I left them on there for 4 years because I'm an idiot. And went to Perth Detailing Centre. They booked out 2 days because they said, we don't know what's going to happen. Is this going to be glued to the bloody paint because you're an idiot and you've left it on there for so long? As it turns out, it took 17 minutes to remove the whole lot. Perfect. Paint underneath is flawless. It is beautiful. The only place I've got issues with my paint are the places I didn't have the bloody Bush Wraps. So, put on the advanced kit. Then I took it to South Australia and I buggered it up a whole lot on the other side. Then I lent the car to my folks and they buggered up the front quarter panel. So I had that replaced. Literally, I got that back an hour ago. So what do you do about that? You call Bush Wraps and you order replacement panels. This is the cool thing about it. You're not paying for an entire new wrap for a couple of grand. You are just getting, it's like $300 for those replacement panels or something like that. $350 or something. So I've done some serious damage to my car and it's $350. If I had done that and needed one panel to get resprayed, one panel is $600. And that's like a front quarter panel. That's $600. This, well, front fender, I was corrected. This is so much cheaper. And you just take it in, they get it on in like a couple of hours and you're good to go. Not putting this stuff on early, I think is just criminal because you bugger up your paint so badly off-road. And this really takes the stress out of it. My mate's just picked up a brand new 250 Prado Altitude, expensive car. Oh, Fred's gonna knock my beer over. And we went off-road once and the first thing he said was, I'm so annoyed I didn't put Bush Wraps on the day I picked it up from the bloody dealership. Like, don't do the first trip. Get the Bush Wraps, then do the first trip. Just do it. It's such a big difference. It makes the whole off-roading process relaxing. Hey, Fred. Now, this advanced kit I've really noticed is a lot easier to clean than the Cape, and it is a lot shinier and a lot nicer. So it's definitely held up better and it does self-heal a lot better because the other one basically doesn't self-heal. This one actually does, except if you do really crazy stuff like I did. And I was on a big hill in the Flinders Ranges. I had to drive through about 3 or 4 dead trees because otherwise I was going to roll. And my friend was nearly rolling at the top of the hill. This is Endak, you might remember it from the Flinders series. That was the situation. The noises coming from it were horrific. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to need to, panel bait that bit, but I need to get out of here and I don't want to roll. So I just had to hook the car around. I couldn't unhitch the van, otherwise it would have buggered off down the hill. I didn't have a choice. I had to drive through some dead trees. Sometimes you have to do that. They were just little ones, but they're those bloody woody desert ones, and they are brutal on the paint, absolutely brutal. So yeah. We'll get those panels sorted out with Perth Detailing Centre. They do a great job and it's just so much cheaper and easier. Now, the next bit is the really cool bit. This is something I've been desperate to do for a long time. And that is restore the underbody of the car. So I went to a place called Perth Dry Ice Cleaning in Rockingham. And I got in touch with a company called IGL who do this IGL and Aegis coating. This stuff is insane, and dry ice cleaning is one of the coolest things anyone has ever done. If you get the opportunity to dry ice blast your car, do it. Now, what I would say is my only regret is not doing this when I got the car because it is quite expensive. It costs as much to dry ice blast the car and get it back to new condition as it does to do the coating. I wish I had brought the car from the showroom, got the coating done, the Aegis and IGL coating, because this stuff is like a hydrophobic, super rust resistant, very, very hardy, clear coating, or you can have it colored. The idea of it is that you can dunk it in salt, you can dunk it in crap. They use it on mines, they use it for concrete trucks, they use it for all these different industrial applications where you're going to beat the absolute crap out of the underside of the car. Underside of cars get sandblasted all day, every day. I live in WA, it's salty, it's just not good. The underside of my car was looking shocking. Had I had that coating, and I could have regularly redone little bits of it with a spray bottle, it would have been an entirely different story, and I probably wouldn't have to do this. That would have saved me about $3 grand. So yes, I've had to do the whole thing. It's funny when, I've had so many people go like, why would you do it with a new car? Because it's cheaper to do it with a new car than with an older car. They're like, why don't you wait till it's buggered, then restore it? No. Get it protected. Again, it's like the Bush Wraps thing. Get it done, then do your first trip. You'll save yourself so much money and time in the long run. But I didn't do that, and I was an idiot, so I got it dry ice blasted. It's a week-long process to get it blasted and coated. Oh my God, I didn't know it was my car. Okay. We're picking up the Prado after the dry ice blasting. Holy shit. This car's never looked this good. It looks like it's sticky, but it's not. It's like dry and nice and holy shit. Even the wheel wells and rock sliders. That's wild. Whole exhaust is black. That looks so bad. Mate, this looks awesome.
I'm glad you like it, mate.
Holy shit. This is incredible. That's absolute madness. That's a new car. Like, the difference under there is so marked. My exhaust looked horrible. Everything looked horrible under there. It was just so dodgy. What I will say is the stuff that held up really well is the K-On bash plates in particular. They've got this kind of I guess it's like a galvanized coating. They're a steel bash plate. There was like a couple little tiny bits of surface rust where I'd beaten the absolute crap out of them, but nothing was spreading, nothing was in bad condition. All the factory stuff, buggered. The fuel tank guard on my original fuel tank guard looked horrific. It was about as straight as Elton John. It was rust all over it. It looked crap. Pulled that off, put the K-On one on. I couldn't believe what a difference, just how much better it was. And it's one of those regrets, because I suspect my fuel tank's got slightly less capacity than it used to. The guy said it looked pretty good, the guys at Hunter who installed it, but we'll see. Who knows? But I could easily have lost capacity just by not having a proper fuel guard in there, and it's just, yeah, I should have done it. Stupid, but now we know, and no real harm done. And as I've been drinking a beer through this whole episode, I can tell you, all this stuff goes well with beer. Now, Toyota airboxes suck. I mean, they literally suck dust in. They are shocking. They do not protect your engine. I've had one, I've tried everything. I've tried bloody putting Vaseline around the edge to seal the thing. That works actually quite well. You can use rubber grease. You can use different filters, like a uni filter. I've tried all different things. I always see dust on the other side, and it just annoys the hell out of me. No one really had a good solution to this that was compatible with the setup I've got. Moonlight Fabrication have literally just built the first ever panel filter. It's a different filter, so they use a Donaldson filter, which is not only cheaper, but much more effective. So we're gonna change to a Donaldson filter. It's got higher airflow, it looks cool, it sounds cool, and I've put that in the car, and that, look, I'll give you a review long term once I've used it for a bit longer, but I mean, it cannot be worse than the crap that Toyota decided to put in there. If you've got a 150, a 250, a 200 series, anything like that, 300 series, get a different bloody airbox. They suck. The 250s, I reckon, are worse than the 150s, and these were bad. And the 200 series is just as bad as this. Make sure you check your filter. I don't care if you're not doing hardcore off-roading. If you're just in gravel and you've got lots of dust around, they are gonna suck dust into the engine and kill the engine. Yeah. What a win. All right, thank you so much for watching. I've got like a real renewed invigoration for this car. I love it again. Not that I ever didn't love it. It gave me the absolute shits when the timing chains were done and things like that. But I did find that it was kind of labouring a bit with like lots of towing in 40-degree weather and getting quite hot and things like that. I don't know, I started to stress about it. I started to stress about the longevity. This, as a platform, is such a bloody good car for 1-2 people with a rooftop tent. It really is like about as good as they get. It's got plenty of power, it's got great fuel economy, it's got great fuel range, it drives really well, it's comfortable, it's coils, it's got a nice interior, it's got an amazing sound system in the VX and the Kakadu. It's a really nice thing to tour in, and I don't know that there's another car, I mean, maybe a 300 series, but again, fuel range isn't as good, fuel economy is not as good. The 4-cylinder, when you're not towing, really makes a hell of a lot of sense. Not that they can't tow, they absolutely can, I've proven that, but the 6-cylinder tow is a lot better. This thing, yeah, it really is. The layout is fantastic with the wheel on the back, standard 150 litres. They're a very good thing, very, very, very good touring thing, and I really can't think of another car that I'll swap it for. Certainly not a bloody 70 series. All right, see you next one.